Hi, everyone. My name is Brooklyn. I am a 27-year-old pet portrait artist. I do a lot of like wildlife as well. I started off with color pencil, but then actually transitioned into oil painting in 2020.
Hmm.
My hand was like not doing well with the pencil, so I transitioned. Um, I used to do fencing, so sword fighting. I have two German
Wow.
Shepherds, so I'm a big animal lover as well. Um, yeah, just painting dogs, and I guess I also have a horse too, so a bit of a crazy household.
That's so wonderful. So you used to do color pencil, but yeah, the hand definitely hurts if you press too hard.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I did with the pan pastels too, but repetition of like uh having to press a lot harder with the pencil was just too much for
Mhm.
me.
Yeah. So what made you transition to oil paint then?
Um, I actually got an oil set for Christmas the one year.
Hmm.
So I tried it out and I was like, oh, this is like working with butter.
Hmm.
So I immediately fell in love with it and just how vibrant you can get things.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, I'm gonna still do my colored pencil. But then I started falling in love with oil paint more. And usually
Yeah.
people do like watercolor, acrylic, and then oil. But
Yeah.
I just was like, no, I got an oil set for Christmas, so that's how it's gonna be.
Yeah. I'm interested to know how your sort of technique changed then, because color pencil, you sort of have to go light to dark, don't you? Because you can't really color light over dark, but with oil paint, you can. So sort of how did that, I guess, change the way you did things?
Um, I paint in layers, so like kind of like how you do color pencil. So I wait for my layers to dry before I do details, unless I'm doing like alla
Okay.
prima.
Mm-hmm.
But I paint my oils like as if I'm painting acrylic, oddly enough.
Yep. Okay.
Like more I don't know, everyone's technique is different, and I'm not the traditional like oil painter. A lot of people like do their methods
Yep.
of like how they paint to say.
Yeah. No, I'd love to try oil painting, but the one time I did try, I really struggled to mix the right color because with color pencil is basically the color is there because I
Yeah.
have all of the pencils. So I think I really struggled to actually mix the right color, like knowing which colors to mix together. So how did you sort of like figure that out, or did you do any classes?
No, I kind of like learned just by doing. The biggest thing was getting extra colors because like people try and do like I have all my prime colors and
Yeah.
then mix from there, but there are some colors that don't mix with each other, and there's like certain greens that don't mix with whatever you put it with. It's just the
Right.
type of pigment it is.
Oh, I see. Okay. So it's
So
learning
like
which ones could mix and which ones can't.
yeah, and then like I'll have specific colors in like set tubes that I don't mix
Oh, I see.
because
Okay.
I'll just use them as is.
Yeah. So what's your process then? It looks like you've already toned your canvas.
Yeah, since I'm not gonna be doing like how I put it, more than one day of work, I already just toned it so I have a little bit of a step up and have like getting my colors to pop.
Yeah. And do you normally like change the color of your canvas tone depending on what you're painting?
Yeah. So oddly enough, with like when I'm doing my floral work, if I'm not feeling lazy and actually decide to put a color down, it's either black or red.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know why, but yellow pops on black so well.
Okay. And you do a
At
lot of
least,
yellow florals, do you?
yeah, I love the sunflowers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but there's just something about it. Like we had a growing up back in high school, we had this one course where we had to paint a sunflower in like 1 to 2 weeks, like a
Oh,
live
okay.
sunflower. But as you do it, so you do like a pencil sketch and then a pastel and then painting. But with the sunflowers, they're like, dying in the process. So each
Yeah.
piece is going to be a little different.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah, it was a cool project to do.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, it was definitely my favorite class because the way like everything was taught and explained, it was really fun.
Hmm. So did you study art as well then, like after high school?
I did not.
What did you do?
Well, I was gonna go for architecture, oddly enough, but
Hmm.
life kind of threw me a curveball and I got way too busy with pet portraits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that's
that's kind of
exciting.
what I've done. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. So you just went straight into just making it your career and taking commissions.
Oh, yeah. And how about you?
Well, I did 10 years of engineering first, so I did the opposite. Yeah. I got two master's degrees in engineering and then worked for NASA for an internship.
Oh,
And then I
wow.
sort of decided I was finished. I sort of done my engineering now and I wanted to go back to art because I'd always loved art.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know how. Like I didn't know how to, I guess, implement it in my life where everyone's saying, you can't make any money of that, just do it in your spare time.
And that's the thing, like people like just assume, like I hate
Yeah,
that because there's like such a stigma with like starving artists.
yeah.
Like,
But
have
it's just
some
not
faith.
true anymore because social media has completely changed the ability for artists to reach their customers.
Oh, 100%. But also I find like not only with the social media aspect, but people nowadays
Hmm.
love their pets to like a
Hmm.
whole other degree than
Hmm.
like years ago.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
their pets are kids now, essentially.
Yeah. No, definitely. I feel like we're born at the right time to be pet portrait
Yeah,
artists.
exactly.
Yeah. No, I'm very grateful that I've been able to do my art because it's just been life changing.
And how is like it now that you have a little one?
It's definitely different because I used to be able to like say get one commission done in a day. That doesn't happen anymore. It more
No.
like takes me a week. Um, so I guess time-wise, I've had to be much more careful in terms of how much I take on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then also what I spend my time doing. Because, like, I remember I used to spend days like tweaking my website and making something look pretty, and you know what I mean? Like all the faffing and stuff that isn't necessary, like, doesn't actually make much difference.
Yeah.
Um, but I would spend like days doing it just because I could, you know?
Yeah.
Um, I don't have that anymore. I've only got 4 hours a day. I have to do my entire business in those 4 hours and then it's the next day. So it's definitely helped me, I guess, work smarter rather than harder
Yeah.
because it's made me just concentrate on the things that I need to do. So, say I need to get in some new commissions. So, I would just concentrate on marketing to get those new commissions. Or if I needed to complete commissions, then I would just block out, like, okay, so these next 2 weeks, I'm just concentrating on getting these commissions done before I move on to anything else. And that's been really helping me because I used to get so distracted before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely like when you have less time to do something, it definitely opens your eyes to the possibilities of actually how to work because I do so much more like I guess play with my daughter and I go out a lot more and just generally do more fun stuff I suppose than I used to.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's been really good. Very helpful.
that's good.
Yeah. So what do you prefer painting then? Because I've seen you do a lot of animal artwork. I absolutely love that wolf you did. It's huge. You do a lot of big animal drawing paintings, don't you?
Yeah, when I have time, I like to dedicate some like for originals anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would love to do that more than pet, I hate to say, but I do love my pet commissions. I just
Yeah.
prefer painting big, and not everyone wants to go big.
Mm. Or can afford to go big because I'm sure that would cost quite a lot of money.
Yeah, like the biggest pet portrait I had done was like 4 by 3 feet. I was in heaven
Wow.
when I was doing that paint.
That sounds so much fun.
Oh, because it's like you don't get to like you don't have to paint as small, so it's like really, really nice to get in that detail a lot easier rather than having to use like smaller brushes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then with like the wildlife, I can have more creative freedom in what I want to do with it,
Yes. Yeah.
which I really like.
What's your favorite animal to paint then?
Um, I do love my wolves. I have a special place in my heart for wolves, but I
Good
think
night.
recently I had done a longhorn painting as well
Mm.
as bear cubs.
Oh yes, I saw those. Those were so cute.
Yeah, and like like when you edit photos, I was like in Photoshop, I was like, what if I add like pollen like floating in the air? That would look like really cute, like they're wrestling in the pollen, and it
Yeah.
worked out beautifully.
Oh, that's so nice. Do
Gotta
you sell
love.
them as prints?
Um, yes, I just haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
It's always like I gotta make time, and then I found a printer. I just have to send photos to get like small samples to see how I like them on the
Yeah.
paper because there's so many options.
Yeah.
And I found when I did my sunflowers on prints that it could be the same printer but different paper. It comes out completely different.
Yeah, it does. Definitely.
So I definitely want to get prints done. It's just time.
Yeah. No, that's right. Because I remember doing prints for some of my color pencil artwork, and ideally you want it to look as close to the original as possible. But the surface of the print paper can really, it changes the colors, it changes the look and the
Mm-hmm.
texture. So you do have to try and get like as many samples as possible. And it's not always like, I guess people always get like the classic paper rag or something it's called.
Yeah.
And but I don't think I like that. I don't like the way it looks with my color pencil drawings. Maybe it looks better for an oil painting or something like that, but I don't think the rag one looks good with color pencil.
I could see that because like you have that whole texture
Yeah.
difference. Like I know I had some canvas prints, like it's a canvas textured like paper. So not
Yeah.
like exactly canvas, and it like looks so good with the sunflowers.
Okay.
Um and then I found like a different printing company, and I
Mhm.
really want to because they have the canvas paper, and I want to see how the bears will come out on that. But then
Yeah.
they have like a satin kind of canvas finish. And I
Okay.
think that would look really good because I don't know, they had like the gloss and the color difference from on their examples are so different.
Okay.
And I know sometimes when you go with gloss, it can ruin the painting. It's
Yeah.
it's like the
It's
whole
a
varnish
minefield.
thing. Like I know some varnishes you for different paintings you need to go with a satin, a matte,
Hmm.
or a gloss.
Right. So if you're doing a commission for someone then like sort of how long does the process take? Because you're waiting for layers to dry and then you've got to do varnish and stuff. So approximately how long does that take you normally?
Um So I use a solvent with all my stuff, so I think it's like a day drying time between it. So
Okay.
um like the quickest I've done a portrait would be like maybe 4 days.
Okay.
It really depends on the colors. I know with white portraits, like white dogs, that's usually the color that likes to take a little longer.
Okay. Why is that?
So it's just how the pigment binds with the solvent itself in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
So it just takes longer. Same with yellows and reds. Those the way it just binds with the solvent takes forever to dry.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, so if you ever want to do like a yellow painting, just heads up, it might take a little while. Like I've had paintings like take over a week to dry,
Wow, okay.
and I paint thin, so it's like
That's
really,
quite a long time then, yeah.
Abby, you were fine.
Oh, is that your dog?
Yeah, she's just a little white whining because she's not getting attention.
Oh,
Gotta love
you've
having
got two dogs.
shepherds. I
Yeah.
do. I do. I have two shepherds.
Oh, is that why you chose this one for us today?
Kinda, yeah. I was like, I have a special place in my
Mhm.
heart for sheps. It's like when you
Yeah.
get certain commissions, it's like, yeah, I absolutely love these. Like I have shepherds, Dobermans I love painting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's something about Dobermans. I just love painting. Abby, where's your ball? Oops.
I wonder if it's because they're the sort of scale of their face. They've got such a big snout and a big
Yeah,
nose with the beautiful little eyes. It's sort of,
I do find they come in different colors too, and I think that's like more maybe why what drawn me because you can have
oh,
like
okay.
a chocolate Doberman
Mm-hmm.
versus like one with black, but then you can play with the highlights so much easier than like um oh what's a dog? Like a golden retriever. Like there's a ton of
Yeah.
colors in a golden retriever,
Yeah.
but you get to play with your blues a bit more and your
Yeah.
purples.
No, that's true. Yeah. Do you prefer, have you had any cats commissions then? Do you
A
prefer dogs?
few,
A
not as
few.
many as I'd like.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like people like their dogs more in my experience. Like nothing wrong with the cats, but
Yeah.
just what I get for order wise, I feel like it's more dogs.
Which is funny because I'd say the opposite.
That's so crazy. And you know, there's a couple artists who like mainly only do horses, like Ria. Do you know
Mm-hmm.
her? Yeah,
Yes,
like she
yeah.
she mainly does horses. So it's like what the heck?
I guess it's sort of like you unintentionally create a niche, I suppose. Because if
Yeah.
you get like a few, I guess if you just got dogs to start with, then that's what you'd be sharing and marketing and showing. So then you would get more dog owners. Whereas my first commission was a cat, and then I shared
Mm,
that, in Facebook cat groups and that kind of thing. And then I got more cats, and then it just evolved into just constant cats.
cats.
Yeah. I've had
Definitely.
a few horses, but I think that's only because they also owned a cat.
Ah. Yeah, I've done a few. It's some of my clients have had like new that I do horses, and then I also had done some when I first started because I mean I painted my horse, right? So
Yeah.
but now it just seems like it's dogs. I'm like, I want a cat and a horse to do so bad. Come on, people.
Yeah. You have to start marketing cats and horses
Yeah,
then.
I should probably do that.
Yeah. What's the most unusual animal you've been asked to commission?
Um, I've done hamsters, a parrot,
Oh,
and then I did, oh, what was the breed? It was basically a hairless dog.
a hairless dog?
Yeah, and it had a little bow tie.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was the cutest thing ever. And it had like not just a typical like one coat color, right? It had kind of like spots, but it had no
Okay.
fur.
No fur. I don't think
No
I've seen
fur.
one. Is that all the like sort of Chihuahua kind of ones?
Um, no, I would say like a little smaller than a Chihuahua, like
Oh,
a
okay.
very small dog.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
yeah,
I think that's
hairless.
adorable. He probably gets cold.
Oh yeah, definitely have to wear the outfits.
Yeah. A little bow tie. It sounds adorable.
What about you?
Probably the most unusual is a possum. I've never drawn a possum before, and someone commissioned me to draw their friendly neighborhood possum that visits them.
That's great.
Yeah, it was really sweet and really fun to do. It was a nice change, to be honest, because I don't think I'd ever draw a possum otherwise.
Yeah, that's so
Um,
funny.
yeah. I actually haven't been commissioned to do any birds yet, which I'm quite thankful for because I have tried to do birds like in this practice journal, and I always turn the feathers into fur. Like I keep drawing fur.
Oh, that'd be tough. I mean, like it's all about getting the little details too. Like you don't have to go
Yeah,
crazy with it.
yeah. I think I just
Just
haven't done it enough. I've literally drawn two birds, or two bits of a bird ever.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Gonna have to get on that. How
yeah,
many
definitely.
how many practice journals have you come out with now? Done
There's
a
nine
few, hey?
altogether now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, very exciting. I wanted to sort of do it in like batches of nine. So maybe next year I'll come out with nine more, but for now, here's nine.
Yeah.
Um, Sort of like getting out the best themes first. So like the pet
Mm-hmm.
portraits, obviously, because I'm the pet portrait artist. And then the equine one is one of the recent ones. Landscapes. That was actually a really fun one to do. I did the cover for the landscape one. And it was just fun because you're just drawing miniature landscapes, which is something that I've never done before.
Yeah, because you mainly do pets.
Yeah, or even just animals in general. Like I'm not really a landscape person,
Yeah.
but it was surprisingly fun to do a landscape, especially a miniature landscape. So,
Yeah. Especially when
yeah.
you get around to like doing the sunsets and sunrises.
I haven't done one of those yet. I look
Oh,
forward to it.
it's a lot of colors. Well,
Oh
especially
yeah.
for oil painting, because like you can't, yellows are like one of the worst paints to mix. And then you have like, you're putting in reds and purples and blues, and you're like, don't go green, don't go brown, don't change to
Um,
an ugly
because it
color.
muddies up quite a lot, does it?
It does. Hence why it's best to do like the whole layer thing.
Right, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. I know some people do it like alla prima where it's like all in one go, and I've done one alla prima painting,
Right.
and it's like you have to rethink of how you're painting everything.
I guess because it's very strategic, isn't it? You're placing certain colors over each other, knowing that it's wet, so it can't go muddy and mix.
Yeah.
And I guess there's only sort of one layer, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it sounds very cool. I'd like to expand my knowledge and try that kind of thing out as well.
I mean, nothing wrong with that. It's good to explore.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm looking forward to, I think, to do more exploration, especially using these practice journals because they're just like little squares. I can just pick one and then think, okay, today I'm going to try watercolor and then try and
Yeah.
recreate it in watercolor kind of thing. Like that's sort of what I had in mind with these.
Yeah.
Really, I made them for myself. Like, so I just wanted to have a bit of fun, draw things I haven't drawn
Absolutely.
before. Yeah. What about you? What's one thing that you really, really want to paint, but you haven't quite got round to it yet?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me think here. Ever stop shaking my thing. I know for dogs, I'd love to do like a chow chow out of all things. I don't know
Oh
why.
yeah.
They're just like big fluffy things. And like I do a lot of short-haired dogs. I don't get a lot of fluffy ones. So I
Hmm.
think like a chow chow would be just like the icing on the cake. And then I have in my list for some birds for painting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Kind
like
of birds.
um there was a recent picture that got posted in a reference group. It's like um a set pair of ducks. So you have like the male and the female. One's very
Yeah.
colorful and one's not, and they're just sitting with like the sun and the reflection in the water, and it's just like
Oh, it sounds beautiful.
yeah. And I haven't done ducks before, so I'm like this might be interesting because I've only done I think two bird paintings.
Okay.
And one was a hawk owl and then uh kind of blackbirds, and that's been
Oh yes, I
it.
saw your owl. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, very cool.
What about you?
Um, I really want to try and draw like a very big scale tiger. Like I have
That would
drawn a
be
tiger
fun.
before, but I'm a bit tiger obsessed. So
Like how big are we talking?
I don't know, taller than me. So what? Oh, that's not that tall, is it? I'm 5'2", so I guess like six
Um,
foot, maybe 7 foot, kind of tall,
yeah.
like
Get
really
ready for
big.
a step ladder.
Yeah, yeah. But I'd like to do it all in color pencil,
Oh gosh.
which I think would be quite a fun challenge to do that kind of scale.
Good luck.
Thanks. I just sort of had this vision in my head, and I just need first I need to afford the paper, and then I
Yeah.
need the time to do it because that's a big piece of paper.
Have you like where do you get most of your art supplies? Because like there's I hate to say, but there's a place down in the States that I got a big roll of paper for a decent price.
What's a decent price?
I think I spent maybe like $100 on it.
Okay,
And
that is
and
quite decent.
it was Strathmore Bristol vellum.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I've seen a roll of that, but that was for like 300. So I was like, I can't spend that.
No, definitely not.
Yeah. I think it was a very big roll though. I can't remember how much it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, I'll have a look out then. That sounds
Yeah,
good.
I'll send you the company. I don't know how their prices are now, but that was when I got mine, which was a few years ago. So, but
Mm.
they're pretty good for price wise.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, it just might be the shipping, I think, would be your big one.
Yeah, that's true. Because I normally go through Jackson's Art Supplies. I like them.
Yeah.
They're quite reliable, cheap shipping.
Where are they located?
They're based in the UK, but they do ship out everywhere else.
Oh, okay.
I think they're based in Bristol. I'm not sure actually. Yeah, I think so. Oh, they have at least um like a stock place in Bristol because I sell my book through them.
Oh,
So I have
nice.
to ship my book to them and then they have it on their website.
Nice. I'll have to
Yeah.
check it down once when I fly there again.
Yeah. Yes, because
I've
you're in
been,
Canada, aren't you?
yeah, yeah,
Have you always lived in Canada?
yeah. Do I like it? No, it's
Yeah,
cold.
you didn't sound very happy about that.
So like my biggest thing is like I'm sure there's like people on my stream from where we are, but I just like my province isn't like crazy on like art culture, I find. So
Okay.
it's like I do have a lot of local clients, but a lot of the people I reach are outside of where I'm at.
Yeah,
Like there used to be this big event and they stopped doing it
I can
because
ask
it
them.
was yeah, like we're well art show, art competition, like a big a big one, and they stopped doing it, and it was like really big, but now there's not a lot of events unless you're like with galleries, and technically I am with one, but I haven't brought anything to them because they're a little limited on how big they can take for painting size.
Oh, okay. And you do quite big stuff.
I do. So I mean the black birds would fit, but I can't display my 6 foot or 7 foot painting.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I'm a little limited in that regards, but
How did you sort of communicate with them then and sort of like, I guess, save a spot with them for when you have work?
um they kind of reached out to me,
Oh, okay.
and then if I have anything I just send them what I have, if they'll take it or not, and go from there.
Mm-hmm. And how does the commission work for that?
Oh, what was it? I think it's 30 or 40%.
That's actually really good. It's normally like 50% sometimes.
Yeah, like the galleries here aren't that bad. I know there's one gallery I need to reach out to yet because we have like that Art Now show that you guys have in the UK here and there.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I usually go to interact with the galleries, and there's a few that want me to reach out, but I don't even know what their rate is, but I'm sure it's going to be up in the 50s for the one.
Mm.
Because they're a very strict gallery, like you can't be with anyone else in the city kind of thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's
But they're good
exclusive.
at what they do.
Yeah. Oh, that's very
So,
interesting. Have you sold much artwork through galleries before then?
yeah. Like there's a gallery pop-up show that I do that you have to sign up.
Mm-hmm.
I sold 2 paintings through that. One was like technically after, but they had Kate like flew in from 2 provinces over and missed the show, but
Right,
they
okay.
got in touch afterwards.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But yeah, no, most of my stuff I just sell privately.
Mm-hmm. Through your website or?
Yeah, through website, Facebook, Insta,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. Most people like I have some people who contact through the website, but I find that like it's a nice like gallery thing, but most people just contact through Facebook.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole social media thing. People don't like having to, I guess, fill out forums.
Yes, I guess so.
I also find that like sometimes like depending on how their email set up, like you have like make sure it doesn't go to their junk or spam, even though you're replying to their email. Like it's just
Mm.
annoying sometimes.
Yeah, email can be frustrating. But I do find I still get more people contacting me through my website than I do anywhere else. So it's funny
Oh,
how,
really?
we both have different experiences of the same thing.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah, like the other day I had someone contact me through my website and they properly fill out the form, which I like because then I know what they want. It's quite clear because I get them to say, even the pet's name, the size they're interested in, the country they're in, so I can reply and talk to them, in terms of shipping and currency and that kind of thing. So I do try and get people to fill out the form because it just gives me enough information to know what they need from me or know how much more help they need or that kind of thing.
Yeah. instead of
So,
having to like spend an extra time getting all that information.
yeah, it's definitely easier. But yeah, like you said, not everybody likes to fill out forms. And then I think, when it's a commission for a lot of money, I guess they don't necessarily mind because they want to make sure it's right as well.
Exactly.
So it's definitely price point. I found that the customers got easier as my prices increased.
I found that too. It's really weird because like I'm on a couple pet portrait groups and a lot of people like um say, well, like I can't have to lower my prices because no one wants to pay the high prices, and it's like,
Mm,
but then you don't get this people who don't want to actually pay at the end.
mm,
Like I haven't had that problem, but I know like I just have had better clientele to deal with when you have that expensive price versus like when you're first starting and you have this lower prices, like
yeah.
you gotta pay your time and your materials. And there's like some really good artists, but I don't see them covering their costs.
Mm. And especially, I do think lower prices attract like bargain hunter type clients as
Yeah.
well, because even if you feel like you're doing it for dirt cheap, they're still asking for a discount.
Oh, 100%.
But I don't think
And
anyone's asking for a discount in like years now, which is quite nice.
yeah,
They see the value, you know?
yeah. Or you got the I can find someone to do it cheaper. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm
My
sure you
prices
can. There's
are
a lot of
firm.
people. Just the point is that it won't be you and as you, the artist, and in your style, doing it the way that you do it.
Exactly. And like for anyone local, like I do revarnish services for like people who smoke.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because smoking just covers
Oh,
paintings and
really?
yeah. And like even like with regular art too. And most people frame, which is fantastic, but with art you just have that varnish for protection, right?
Right.
Because you don't really want to put glass in front.
Yeah. But then that means
So
that the painting's exposed to smoking.
yeah, so for anyone local, I do have that like option.
I didn't realize that was even a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big thing. Like people don't think about it when you have um like when you're selling stuff, right? But
Hmm.
I got to see the look and I actually got a conversation which gave me the idea of someone I knew because they were big smokers. It's like, yeah, we got to take our paintings in to get cleaned and revarnished.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's like smoke just cakes on it.
Gosh, I didn't realize. Do you charge extra then if they're
Yeah, I do.
smokers? That's good.
Yeah, well, it's like you're having to drop it off. I have to then strip the varnish and revarnish
Mm.
it and then fix any damages if it has been damaged. So,
Yeah.
which is fun.
Very interesting. I didn't realize that was a thing. I guess because I also send mine framed behind, well, plexiglass rather than glass. I don't trust glass in the post.
Oh, I wouldn't
Um,
either.
yeah, definitely not. Especially when it's going from the UK all the way to America. Like it barely survives, like not framed.
Yeah.
I remember once, oh my gosh, a customer took a picture of her portrait that arrived. Luckily, the actual portrait was completely fine, thank goodness. But she showed me the picture of the box, and it had boot marks all over it, like it had been used as
No.
like a welcome mat.
Oh,
It was
that's
just
so
covered in,
heartbreaking.
yeah, it was just covered in boot marks. I was like, oh my God, if there was like actual glass or something in there, it would have completely smashed. Like it had
Because
they can see all the fragile stickers on it.
that's what I don't get. It's like, do they do that out of spite? Like,
I don't
what's going
know.
on here?
Yeah, I think it's just one of those things where they're just so busy and they've got so much to do. It's 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 easier just to not think about it and just do the job, I suppose.
Yeah,
Like if they preciously picked up everything, it would take them a million years to deliver everything, you know?
very true.
There's probably more that than rather than not actually caring. But yeah, it was so bad. I was so worried. But she was like, no, the actual portrait's completely fine. I was like, oh, you next time lead with that.
Yeah, don't give me a mini heart attack, please.
Yeah. Because she was also all the way in America, because so then that would mean you'd either have to send it back to me or I'd have to redraw it and try and send it again if there was
Yeah,
anything wrong. But no, luckily I've never had to redraw anybody's commission.
good.
It's very, very lucky. 9 years, touch wood.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, yeah. What about you? Have you had any disastrous?
I had one,
Okay.
and they literally snapped the box in half.
Oh, no.
I don't know how it happened, and this was when I was doing color pencil, and I like wrap everything like pretty good.
Yeah.
And yeah, they completely snapped it. I was like, how? Like
Gosh.
like the boxes I send are like pretty thick. Like
Yeah.
you purposely had to do it on like to do it. Like there's no avoiding that.
My goodness, that's bad. Did you have to redraw it then?
I did.
Oh, what was it?
It was a schnauzer.
Okay. They're really cute. I've actually drawn quite a lot of those.
They're a popular dog.
Yeah. Now I've drawn quite a lot of schnauzers and tabby cats. I think those two are the biggest, I guess the most breeds I've done, like in terms of one breed. Most commissions I've done for one breed.
Yeah. Tabbies are very pretty too.
I do love drawing tabbies, which is good because I've done 50 of them now. But
Oh wow.
yeah, a lot of tabbies. But yeah, they're really fun. I just love how many colors, and they're all different. Like even though I've done 50 tabbies, I could tell you like there's just so many colors in them, and their stripes are always different. And like
Mm-hmm.
it is, you do feel that it's a different cat. It's not like you're drawing the
The
same
same
cat over and
cat.
over. Yeah, you definitely see the difference.
Yeah, it's crazy how like they're all different in their own ways. And even their eyes too, like they're all
Mm.
different.
Nice. It's definitely something very beautiful and personal to have, like something so loved and treasured, and you get to draw it.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely the easiest way, I think, to start being an artist because you're commissioned to draw a picture that someone already has a connection with. So you don't need to try and like sell that connection. You're not trying to
Yeah.
sell, look at this artwork, this is what it means. They already love it. They've already bought it from you before you've done it, kind of thing,
Yeah.
which is so the easiest way to sell art.
And you've done a few human portraits, hey?
Yes, I have. I've done a few. Not many, but I used to actually do a lot of human portraits before becoming an artist, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, you see, like, in school you draw your friends and I used to give gifts as like people here have a portrait of yourself for your birthday kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I used to draw people actually a lot. And then I became a pet portrait artist and then just drew pets. But I do get the odd one where it's like someone with their pet, which is really nice.
Yeah. Very
Um,
sentimental.
yeah, but then you've got the thing, so I always draw the person first because if the person goes wrong, then I can just start again because I know I can get the pet right, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, that is smart.
Yeah, and there's so much subtleties in the human face that one slight shadow or highlight that's off, it just looks like a different person.
Mm-hmm. Have you found like with references for people requesting people that they're pretty good, or have you ever like had to turn down?
No, I've never had to turn down any references of people. They've always sent me like quite a good one. So I haven't had issues with people one. I think when I was first started out, I had to turn down a cat picture because it was the only picture she had because it was her cat that she had like 20 years ago. So it was
Yeah.
a really terrible, blurry picture. And it was a black cat taken in the dark. So I couldn't see it. I literally couldn't even see an outline.
Yeah.
So she was sad that I couldn't do it. I was sad that I couldn't do it for her, but like I couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
And
I
I've
mean,
had some bad pictures.
like you kind of get used to like, yeah, I painted this breed. I know their facial structure, even if the reference isn't the greatest. You kind of know what you're
Yeah,
doing, but for
yeah,
something you can't even see,
yeah. It's just like two little eyes in the dark. It's like, okay, I know that's a cat, but I don't know what you want me to draw. Just the eyes or
yeah.
yeah. I think that was very early on though. I haven't had bad pictures for a while now. I think definitely again as your prices increase, people tend to have better pictures as well.
Yeah. I mean, even like I have pretty high prices and I still get the bad reference, I will admit. Even
Mhm.
oddly enough, like I get people requests and they're always like in shadows or like
Oh, okay.
blurry. It's like I can't
What do
work
you
with
do in
that.
that case?
I, I just tell them no. I like when they mention like inquiry about like people, I said I have a very strict guideline of what I need for references.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, okay. And then they send, it's like, I can't.
Yeah.
So usually they're pretty understanding because it's like I explain like you said, like the slightest shadow can make them a completely different person.
Yeah. It makes such a
So
difference.
yeah, and I rather not have a very unhappy person who's like, I want my money back.
Yeah.
So
Have you ever had that before? Did someone ask for their money back?
um not because they weren't happy with the artwork, but just like
Hmm.
situation. Like
Right.
they got it as a gift and then they broke up.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's annoying.
But they love the piece and it's like I can't like I don't do refunds like
Yeah. Because it's done. It's a custom artwork, isn't it?
yeah, and it was like already in transit shipping out like
Oh, so they hadn't even received it yet and they'd broken up.
yeah, it's heartbreaking, but
Yeah.
not much one can do about that.
Yeah, it's not really your fault. Like you did your part of the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very interesting working with people because I guess you sort of like get a little instant of their lives and what they're doing and like the kind of things that they like, and then you sort of like
Mm-hmm.
don't talk to them that much again after the commission's done.
Kind of begin that friendship. I know I've
Yeah.
become friends with a few of my clients just because like we've had so much in common, and like
Mm.
my dogs became friends with their dogs for one of my clients,
Oh,
so we
that's
have like
nice.
puppy play dates.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's great for what kind of community you can have in that sense.
Yeah, definitely, especially if they are local.
Mm-hmm.
That's really nice. I don't actually have many local clients. I've moved so much, so I don't really have a local anymore. But
You
um,
moved what, 2 or 3 times now?
oh, since I've started this business, so
Yeah.
one, two, three, four, five, six times.
Oh wow.
I've moved 6 times in 9 years. Yeah. So
That's
I haven't
crazy.
really been able to like build up like a local community, I guess, but that's what I'd like to start doing now because I don't plan on moving from this area now.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
I
it's
can
also
finally
harder moving with a little one too.
exactly, yeah. So um But yeah, I think that would be nice to build a little community of people, especially I think Wales actually has quite a big art community. It's very artsy.
I
So I do
think
want to,
so.
yeah, I do want to get to know the area a lot more and be more involved. I think it would be fun.
Yeah, you'll have to reach out to some artists.
Mm. That's the good thing about doing these lives as well. I get to like build a community, but from the comfort of my own home.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't have to leave. I can stay in my pajamas.
I feel that.
Yeah.
It's a nice thing. It's like, yeah, only when you want to take photos or video for reels is when you have to get all nice and dressed up. But other
Yeah.
than that, it's like 80% of looking like a hobo.
Yeah, like you only see my hand. You don't need to see the rest of me.
Exactly.
Looking like a hobo.
Like really, like you're covered in paint, you know? Like I have so many pants that like have started out like nice and now there's just like paint markings on there because I forget
Uh,
some days to like bring some paper towel down. So I'm like, I'll just use my pants.
yeah. Do you have a separate art studio then from like your house or something?
I do, yeah. So like I have a split bi-level for my house. So there's 4 floors to my
Okay.
house. And the lower floor before my basement is my entire studio.
Oh wow, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it is really nice because I had done my 6 or 7 foot painting in a apartment bedroom.
Oh wow, okay.
And so I'm like, I like spreading out, but I'm like, I don't know how to spread out now that I have like a big area.
You don't know
I'm
what
like
to do
just
with it.
I'm like I'm stuck in one corner.
Oh really? You
Yeah,
need
like
to
I have the
start doing
dog.
some zoning.
Yeah, like I have the dog crates down here, but I'm gonna eventually insert them into the wall so they're kind of like nice tucked away.
Okay.
And then kind of like build a viewing area because I've had a couple of clients come over for viewing and be nice to have like some
Oh.
some chairs to
Yeah,
like
like a
view
miniature
things.
gallery.
Yeah. So those
Sounds
are
really
like the goals
hmm
besides building one in my building a studio in my backyard, but
Would you need one if you've got a whole entire basement?
yeah,
Okay.
like with oops, timer. Um I only have so much like headspace, so I'd
Yeah.
have to either remove the panels on the roof to like make a
Ah,
little
I
bit
see.
more.
Are you like
But I would,
hunching to paint then?
sorry?
Are you like hunching to paint?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I want to paint big ones, but it's like I don't think I can go bigger than 7 feet in this studio for height wise.
Okay.
So, and eventually I'd like to do like a really tall one.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just the idea of having like a private space like in the backyard for a studio where
Mm,
people don't have to come through the house would be most
yeah.
ideal.
That sounds really nice. Yeah, I'd love to have a big like warehousey type
Yeah.
one day so I can do huge ones as well. Drawings,
Right.
paintings, whatever I feel like.
I'm gonna step away for like 1 minute just to grab my dogs a chew. I will be
No
right back.
problem. Okay. So I've nearly finished this. I'm really pleased with it so far. I've made it quite colourful. So I did hand pastels and colour pencils. And I've just tried to do quite a loose style. Um,
All right, we're back.
yeah, you're back. I was just
This way I don't have
chatting
a
to the
crazy
audience.
dog. Oh, yes.
I've nearly finished mine. We're almost out of time now anyway. Like, it goes so fast.
That's the thing with oil. It's like it's not a quick like colored pencil.
That's funny because I'd say the opposite. I feel like colour pencil's so slow.
I also decided to go a bit bigger too,
Yeah.
but I was like, where's my small canvases? And I couldn't find the ones I was looking for. I'm like, I guess we'll do a little 4x4 or whatever it is.
Yeah. No, I really like it. I love these beautiful layers that you're putting on. It's nice to see you actually work.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm so pleased we got to do this.
Yeah, it was a long time coming.
Yeah, you're healed now.
For the most part,
Hmm.
which is quite nice. Like I did have a few complications, as like I had probably mentioned in our convo,
Yeah,
but I have like still sore, but I'm very limited of what I'm actually able to do.
right.
Technically, I'm not even supposed to be walking my dogs right now, but like who else is gonna do it?
Hmm.
So, and they're very well behaved. So I'm not concerned
You don't
about
need to chase them then.
yeah, they're not dogs to pull, so it kind of works out in my favor.
Yeah.
But I know my specialist was like, yeah, like depends what kind of breed of dog you have. I'm like, yeah, shepherds. You're like, maybe not. I'm like, they're very well behaved though. Like,
Hmm.
like
Oh, it's
maybe,
wonderful.
yeah.
Well, I guess
But
that's time. You'll have to finish this and then send me a picture of it. I would really love to see.
yeah, I can absolutely. I'll probably
Yeah.
get work on it a bit more today.
Oh, wonderful. I can't wait. And
Yeah,
everyone, if you are not following Brooklyn yet, please go and follow her. Her work is amazing, beautiful artist and painter. And if you haven't got this journal as well and you'd like to get it, this is the Learn My Craft Pet Portrait Edition practice journal that you can get at learnmycraft.com, and you can get it on Amazon. And if you would like to listen to this episode of the podcast again, then you can go on any podcast platform or on YouTube, where you can watch this back. I think this episode is coming out next week, so next Thursday.
beautiful.
Great.
Well,
Well,
thank you so much for having me.
yes, thank you for joining me. It's just been so lovely to speak to you and draw with you.
And likewise.
Well, thank you so much and have the lovely rest of your day.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Bye.